Hello. I actually just started watching a video over someone um having an opinion about something. They didn't like how someone did it and they get mad, right? So pretty much the video was over maybe when I say these names, you may not know who these people are. It's fine. You can look them up if you want. Don't look them up if you don't want to. Cool. Right. So there's a person, a guy named Am22, who makes the No Jumper podcast. Pretty much just a podcast that brings in rappers or anybody who's in the influential space, social media space, and brings them on and talks. The pretty much the underground side of podcast, right? So if you think about anybody who's really they're they're big on social media at the time, so they give them a platform, and you think about that, you think about like all those people who gets millions of views, they get millions of views, but like yeah, I guess the correct term is underground, right? Like underground music. It's the right term, right? So No Jumper is kind of like that. And they're talking about Kevin Samuel, who recently passed. Um, and they're talking about how Adam, the guy who runs it, he pretty much when Kevin Samuel passed, he uploaded a video. And this falls into the realm of what I did with Technoblade, right? So Joe Budden, if you don't know who Joe Budden is, or if you're younger than 19 or 20, you probably don't know who Joe Budden is, right? But Joe Budden is pretty much, um, well, he is an artist or was an artist, but he's pretty much like, I'm not gonna lie, I never listened to any Joe Budden songs because he wasn't that type of rapper. In my opinion, I don't think that he was really good. Um, and a lot of people could say that, but Joe Budden, in my opinion, wasn't good. So I kind of just walk away from that. I'm just gonna walk away from that conversation. Dude wasn't really that good. And if you give me an opening statement saying that Joe Budden was a good artist, I'm gonna look at you and say no, right? So this dude, pretty much, if you think about it, Joe Budden is pretty much like in my opinion, he's like that one shit talker that you know he's gonna shit talk the whole time, and he don't know what he's talking about, and he sounds brain dead when he does talk shit. He's like that. He's like that. Your number one hater, pretty much. Joe Budden's just that number one hater. He's that type of guy, right? If he doesn't like something, he's gonna let you know, straight up, right? That's what it is. He's just a number one hater. So this they're on Joe Budden's podcast or whatever, and Joe Budden says, "Hey, Joe goes on. He's like, hey, I don't like how you put out a video over, I don't like how you put out your video over Kim and Samuel, the podcast that you put out that you wanted to, that you had, you put it out when he died. I don't like how you did that. That's dirty. That's wrong. And it goes in the conversation of everybody else who thinks that, right? Who thinks, hey, that's wrong, that's dirty, don't put out a video when they die. Or when that person dies. And what Adam is trying to say to them people, like, hey, pretty much the way I would say it is like, okay, you're entitled to your opinion, but you're wrong. Like, whatever you're thinking right now, you're wrong. How are you wrong? Because it's the intention that I put it out. I'm not putting it out because, oh, he died and I need clicks and views. Right? So there's a way of doing it. So my thing is, I don't get monetized. I don't get money from my videos. So if you watch my video, you're not going to see the fundraiser. You're not going to see the stuff that comes up on everybody else's videos. And, you know, you're not going to see that on my side. Because I don't get money. I don't have monetization. Obviously. I'm not getting, you know, 1,000 views per video. I'm not getting almost, you know, 200,000 people subscribing to my channel. Not yet, right now, right? So, you know, understand that fact, right? Going back to the Technoblade situation. That's my thing, right? And there's people around me who understand my intention, so they never talked about it. They never said shit about it. Because they understood the intention. I'm not trying to bring that person down. I'm not thinking about, okay, this is gonna give me clicks and views and shit. No, I made a video. I watched that person throughout all their time. And I didn't care if, you know, like, I'm not the type of person who will buy merch because I have to put my money somewhere. Right? Like, yes, I'm a diehard fan. Like, let's say Vanos Gaming or Big Puff or Puffer or Smitty. Like, yes, I'm diehard fans. There's times where I want to buy merch. But understand it, I want to buy merch. Understand life and situations. You want to buy merch. You want to buy those things. There's other people who buy that and don't have money for the rest of their months or the rest of their weeks where they can, you know, get paychecks to paychecks like that. I need to hold off some money sometimes. I need to hold that off. I need to think about what I'm spending. And I didn't have that type of money at the time to go and get merch. Right? So the thing about if those other creators that I do watch, you know, happily, you know, if I snap of the fingers, they pass, I'm going to make a video and saying that, hey, this person was like, you know, my childhood. I watched them. You know, they actually was someone I watched. Technoblade, he wasn't my childhood, but I watched him. Like, he, you know, at a point when I made my channel, he was part of the reason why I made my channel during that COVID break. I didn't start it when COVID started, but he was one of the reasons why I did it. I was like, oh, he's about my age. He has the same idea as me. Let me see what happens. And he went through with it. He made videos. He's about the same age, so it hit harder. Right? The thing about this Kevin Samuels thing, it's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. The only difference from it, they get more views. That's the only thing. That's the only difference from me and Adam. It's the same exact thing. The tension's all there. Everything's still there. The intention of going there and saying, look, rest in peace, this dude. This is and in his defense, this is the last time we talked. We recorded it and stuff. We just held on to it, and we had a set date that we wanted to put it out, or we just didn't feel like putting it out. Now, since he's passed, like, we felt better for the community to see this and stuff like that, right? If they put it in that video, which I haven't seen, but if they put that in that video, there's intention there that they didn't care about views and likes and shit. They wanted you to see what he was feeling and how he was feeling, how he was doing. It was just another piece of content for Cam and Samuel. But what Joe Budden and a lot of other people see is, you want to click some views, fuck that. You want to click some views. They think everybody wants clout. There's a difference from everybody wanting clout and everybody just being nice and having like some intent, like just something nice to do. Everybody's in the sense that everybody's trying to be negative. Like, I don't know. Today right now, I just tired. Like, I'm just tired because I'm tired of just having people think I'm negative. Like, there's a negative outlook. Like this week at work, bro, I had someone think that I was trying to kick someone out from the building. It's like, I really wasn't, though. Like, the situation was, this person came in and they weren't supposed to have something that, they had like a water bottle or like outside food or something like that, right? So what I did was, hey, you gotta go out and throw that away, or go out and like toss that, or put it in your car or something like that, right? Just don't have it in the restaurant. Don't have it in the building or something like that, right? I don't work at a restaurant, but I'm just saying, like, just to paint a picture, don't have it inside the building. Just, put it in your car or something, right? Or throw it away. So this person is like, okay, so there was no problem, right? Now, I'm a nice person. I really don't care, right? I really try to be nice. I really do. And, depending on what's going on, my other coworkers don't care about you. They just want to get in. They want to clock in and clock out as fast as possible. So they don't care about you. I understand I understand a lot of things. I've been through so much and I've heard so much from people close and around me that I actually understand what you're going through. So, from being a consumer to actually working in a business like that, I can understand both sides. So, I try to make it as safe as possible and as simple as possible, and try to get everybody safe at home, right? Because where I live right now, I'm gonna say this: I live in Texas, so it's open carry. Everybody don't give a damn about nobody's lives anymore. Everybody wants to shoot everybody. Road rage is a fucking problem. I don't feel like driving anymore, but road rage is a fucking problem. So I try my best to like just be nice, like just unconditionally. If them people don't understand, or those people don't fucking deserve me being nice, I just try to, because I'm just trying to get home. I'm just trying to go home, go to sleep, and then wake up and do the same shit that I'm doing. That's all I'm trying to do. So I wouldn't say in that situation at work that, you know, they were gonna come up and, you know, shoot me or some shit, but they go out, the person goes outside and comes back in, and I think everything's fine and dandy. Well, I have someone like watching me, or like I'm guessing someone called backup or so, I don't know. They called in backup, and they had a whole nother person come up to me and be like, "Hey, you tried to kick him out?" And it's like, no, I didn't. I didn't, you know, try to kick him out. I mean, I just told them, hey, just, you know, this is outside food. Try to go back, put it in your car or something, or give it to someone. I don't know, throw it outside, and then come back in, and you know, you can come back and you can come back in and, you know, go work out or something. I don't know. And they're like, hey, you know, just understand, like, understand the building's policy. You know, try to understand that. The reason why I'm not giving too many descriptions or details, I don't want those people who work in said building to, like, find my YouTube channel and know that, hey, I'm talking about them or something like that. This is for confidentiality, and for the other reason it goes into confidentiality. I don't want that to come back and bite me. So I just stop talking, or stop making YouTube videos, or I lose my job. But I am gonna talk about it because it's something that needs to be addressed. Because people are so crazy that me, as a nice soul, a nice person, other people always think about the negative things, and that's what I'm getting at with the Joe Budden situation. With me putting out a Technoblade video that had good intentions, people still think that it's negative terms, where it's like, hey, you're just trying to get clicks and views. Like, in my video, I got 18 views. I don't care. Good job. 18 people saw my reaction to it. And I said in the video, hey, whenever this gets monetized, and I still remember it right now, like, whenever I get monetized, like, I'm gonna remember to put, like, if I have a chance to do it right now, I will do it. I will have, for sure the hell, do it. But I don't have the power, or the rank. I would say rank, but I don't have the level to do that right now. But I will for sure put a fundraiser on there, because it's dumb. And I know what I have a couple charities that I do want to cycle through there, or like I want to put on there. So I have an idea of what I want to do. I for sure have a reminder on my phone whenever it does happen. It could be a year from now that I get monetization on this channel, hopefully. So my grandparents and my parents won't think that I'm just screaming in my goddamn room and I'm not doing anything. But just know that, like, there's always something good happens. There's always something good happening. Not everybody's trying to do negative shit and trying to despite people. And that's my whole thing. This whole rant's going that. It's like everybody thinks about negative things. Like, everything's happening negatively. And it's like, it's not happening that way. Nothing's going on for people to be negative. Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you. All I'm trying to, literally, I'm being so simple. And me being simple and like laughing and smiling and being open, my body language being open, if you don't understand that I'm trying to do that, or you don't read my body language, or you don't understand my energy, there it's not my fault. That's the other thing about being like somewhat of a social worker. It's kind of hard for people to recognize what you're trying to do. So they just think one thing. But regardless of being a social worker in my part, or what I'm doing right now, think about anybody else. Like, if someone else gives someone a hug, the when you walk by, the first thing you think is like, oh, they're sisters, or they're brothers, or they're loved ones, or something in that nature, right? I promise you, there's someone right beside you who have a disgusted look, and they just think about the most random shit that you don't even think of. Like, that's not even the first thing that comes up. That's more of like the second or 10th thing that comes up in your mind. It's it's like, how do you think of that? Oh my god, this situation has happened. It's not recent, but the problem is still there. So I had I had a friend who was at the time vicarious. Um and they went out and they went out and they hugged a friend. Now, this friend is a guy. So I was sitting there. The thing I thought was, oh, that must be, so and so who they're talking about, or it must be a whole nother person that I don't know, right? So I'm like, hey, all right, cool. Like, I'm here. Let me meet this person. So they're like, oh, how are you doing? Like, blah blah blah. And they know each other. So I'm like, okay, cool. Let me just wait, look here awkwardly, like, and wait, right? So it's always awkward when someone else knows someone and you're like their entourage or something. It's kind of weird. But I've put people in that situation. I've been put in that situation, so it's kind of weird, right? You can't really. Yeah, I understand it. So that's going on. Well, they're doing that, and now understand we're in a public area. So let's say if you were in a library, I would understand this situation going differently. Or if you're in a quiet place, I understand this situation going differently. But we were like, we're at like a strip mall. So this is, everybody's talking, everybody's walking around, there's kids crying and shit. Like, there's stuff going on. This old, like, raggedy dude. I say old raggedy, but dude at this point right now could be like late 30s. He was like probably early 30s or something. Now, I was a teenager at the time. I ran the dude off and I was like, go do something with your life or some shit. But it really seemed like that person had nothing to do. Like, that dude had absolutely nothing to do, and he just gave up on what he, like, I'm guessing, I don't know if he was a worker at that point, I don't know, but he goes up and he's like, hey, we can't do that here, stop that. And I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? They just know each other, that's it, bro. Like, and I wasn't doing nothing, so I stepped in and I intervened. They're doing something, they're hugging each other, they're reminiscing, and again, that situation, they forget about you. You're the entourage, but they forget about you for half a second. I stepped in and I'm like, hey man, like, chill out. They're, it looks like they know each other. Just, chill out. And this dude he goes off and he's like, he goes on this rant at this point. Funny, we're making a rant, or I'm making a rant, but uh, this dude goes off and he's like, "Hey, we don't accept that here. That shit don't fly over here." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Like, and I'm like, "No, no, no, they're not doing what you think they're doing. They're just hugging, bro. They're just hugging. They know each other. They're longtime friends. You can't just automatically think that certain um, things are going on. And obviously, there is broad daylight. Not a lot of people are going to be doing that. I mean, I take that back. I mean, people have OnlyFans now, but at the time, OnlyFans wasn't a thing. So at that time, yeah, no one's gonna be able to be doing, banging or nothing. They're not gonna do that. So this dude just like he freaks out. He's like, nah, man, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And at that point, he gets mad. He wants to physically separate these people, and I'm like, we're not doing that. But that's my thing. Like, if you're in just think about it. If you're in a strip mall, you're working, and to be honest, if let's say because it was like we're not in a mall where it's a building and then there's stores in it. It's a strip mall, so it's like, sorry, but there's like stores. They have their own like building, but around the area it's still like a mall. If you don't know what a strip mall is, I can't really help you, but pretty much it's like it pretty much it's like one big circle, and there's a whole it's like a mall, but it's outside, so you can't really do much. If you step off like the circle part, there's cars coming, there's a parking lot in the middle or around the area, so you can't really do much, right? But these people, I mean, just think about it. If you're walking or if you're a worker at one of these shops or whatever, uh, just think it's not Gucci or something where they have to have, or one of these top brands where they have to have a security guard, trained security guard at the door. No, it's one of these like low to mid class shops where they have someone at the door just in case, but uh they're not trained or anything. They're not, in suits or with earpieces. No, they're just standing at the door waiting for people to come in to welcome them. They're just welcoming people. That's it. And just imagine again, you're either welcoming people at the door and or you're passing by. Now, I want to paint the picture. They're not in front of the door. They're actually towards the outside, like towards where the cars are coming. So they're yes, they're like having people go around, like people are going around them, of course, or like stepping to the side trying to get off and into the cars and stuff. But they hugged, they met each other right off where they they saw each other. So let me say this. So this person that they were hugging, that my friend was hugging, they walked, and then the person was like, "Hey, what's up?" And then they turned around and was like, "Hey," and then they hugged. And I'm walking, and I'm like, "Oh, they're hugging." So I step off to the side so they won't like impede traffic, but at the same time they won't do the same exact thing for the walking pedestrians. So impede traffic just from walking pedestrians and from the cars. So we're just in this middle part where they're able to like they have enough room, but I'm making sure that they don't run into people, right? So imagine you walking by going either in this particular moment, you're either going north or south, or you're coming from the parking lot, right? From the east, right? So from where I'm standing, they're coming from the east, going um, left to right. So they're just going left. They're coming from the left, going to the right. Right? So I'm in this little backed up corner with my back towards a pillar, and they're just hugging. Someone comes from the right, so this store worker who's, I guess, guarding the door or being a welcomer, comes in and does what I said he did. You know, and I stopped him. But paint that picture. Are you gonna go out there, like, if you're walking by or if you're in the car or something, you see these people, you know, the first thing you think is the first thing I thought, right? Oh, they know each other, or, you know, they're loved ones or something. You know what I said. No, this dude thought something totally different, like they're boning or something. And I'm like, how do you think that? Like, yes, do you have to be looking for that shit? Like, honestly, what do you have to be looking for? Like, what do you honestly are looking at? What are you honestly looking at? And that's my thing. What are these people looking at or looking for? Are you just looking for trouble? Like, yes, I'm a big guy. I'm, you know, 6'3", 6'4" on a good day. If my back isn't hurting. But if my back's hurting, I'm probably like 6'1". But if I'm standing tall, my back's not hurting. I'm, you know, exercising or doing whatever. I'm 6'3", 6'4", depending on what shoes I got on, whatever, right? So, you know, if that's going on, or I'm this big person, forget that. But if I'm this big person and I'm walking, or if I'm doing my job, or I'm doing something, right? I can understand people trying to pick on you or do something like that, right? I had people in school try to pick on me because I was a bigger kid. But when you're 30, 40, you know, or you're just older than me. So you're older than 20. I'm 20 right now. You know, my birthday was, you know, last week, right? If it was last Friday, if someone older than 20, like a good 5 or 6 years older than me, and they come up to me and they're like, "Hey, you know, what's going on? What's your deal?" And it's like, why are you trying to look for trouble? If I don't even know who the fuck you are, why are you coming in here and looking for trouble? And the first thing I'm thinking is like, okay, I'm just a big guy, so they're probably just coming up in here and thinking that I'm just a weak bitch. Like, and I don't know. I guess do that. I guess. I mean, just know that your day's gonna get fucked up. Your day's fucked up. And if you try to get me pissed, your day's gonna get fucked up worse. It's gonna get way worse, right? Your day's fucked. So why look for trouble? It's like, I think that's what those people do. They just look for trouble. They look for the negative things, so they have something to talk about. It's like these people are gonna go to tea time with their fucking best friends or some shit. They're gonna talk about it and then go home and forget about what the fuck happened. Just forget about it, nigga. Stop looking for the negative shit. There's always people that think that something revolves around them shit. I don't understand it. Everybody's trying to revolve around people. And I'm tired, man. My head hurts, like, and it could be my energy's so low because I've been dealing with this all week. But it's just, I feel like it's not gonna change. I think every single day when I see something big is gonna happen. I really do. I do believe that something big is about to happen because everybody's acting they're acting crazy. They're acting like something's gonna happen, and I'm like, me myself, who's a fucking sane person, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I need someone to let me know. I need someone to let me know. Cause I'm sane. So I don't know what's going on. I need someone to let me know. Right? These people are going insane. They are crazy. They're going crazy. I had someone I had a friend who they don't live where I live. They're not in the same state. They live in a different state. But I have someone who is driving on the road and someone cut them off, right? So they're like, okay. And I told them about what's going on in Texas where, you know, people just cut you off and they just pull a gun on you just because something happened or you're not driving fast enough or some shit. Because that has happened in Texas now where, you know, people are they're pulling up right in front of you or right behind you, going up and shooting you in the fucking face just because you're not going fast enough or you're not speeding up. Like, or you're driving like you're supposed to and they're going up shooting you in the fucking face because they just felt like it. And it's like, it's so stupid, it's so dumb. So I told him what was going on. He's like, he's about my age, so he's saying like, all right, you know, I'll try to look out for that, cause he's like me, where he's like skeptical about certain things that you do, and something is gonna bite back and hurt you if you do like negative things like karma. He does believe in karma like I do, but whatever. Um, so he's driving on the road and he tells me, hey, like this dude cut me off. So I was like, all right, you know, he's listening to music, you know, he's not worried about it, you know. Pretty much at that point, he pretty much turns up a notch on the steering wheel because he has that he has that luxury on his steering wheel. I don't think I have that luxury. I have to look. I really don't use it. I don't use my steering wheel buttons that much. I really don't care about it. It's a car that gets me to point A to point B, you know, safely. So, you know, with me, I have to actually move my arm from the steering wheel and turn it up. So he's like, he has that luxury, right? He bought a new car or whatever, so he turns it up and he's driving, so he's like singing and he's not listening. He didn't realize because this person cut him off on the street, so he doesn't really care. He drives home, you know, where him and his where you know his residence is. He drives home. He lives in an apartment, so the gate closes. He's not really thinking much of it. He goes home and he has a truck, so he backs in, you know, and he's getting out the car. This person stops dead center, like hits on the brake, and he's like, you ain't hear me? You ain't hear what's going on? Hey, what the fuck is going on, bruh? What's up? You want something going on? And he don't know what the fuck's going on. You know, and he's like, alright, like he's like, alright, bro, I'm just trying to get home. Like, I'm just right here. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who you are. Like, if I did something and I didn't know I did it, just let me know. We could fix it. Like, let me just get inside my house and we can talk about it, right? And you know, this person wasn't reasonable, so you know, a dude had to drop him, you know, and he went inside his house and he made sure everything was good. And you know, he goes back outside and that dude's gone. He woke up and he was gone. But he uh, evidently I don't know if he woke up and he was gone or he had someone in the car. He didn't really know. He was just like, hey, like, you know, this person came up to me and then he had the cops on him. So he got the cops called on him for some reason. So what happened was the person that cut him off, this person that cut him off, Supposedly, what the thing is, he cut him off. He was trying to tell him, "Hey, you're driving slow, or you have your." It was something along the lines of he was driving slow, or he had his music blaring loud, right? So he's in his car, so he's like, "Okay, I'm making sure that I'm driving home safe, right?" And he gets home, and this person's still mad. So they followed him home. They followed him through the fucking gates where this person does not live at. They live. So this person lived a good 10 to 15 miles away from them. They lived in a whole nother like part of the city. This person drove up like what he thought that this person was like a Uber or delivery driver for like Grubhub or some shit. So he wanted to trap him from getting to his car, right? He thought my friend was a Grubhub delivery driver or something, which he does that on the side, but he doesn't, he wasn't doing that. He was just getting home from work. So he does that. Now, this is broad daylight. This is, 11, 12 o'clock. And where he works at, he went in for a morning shift and then went home for the afternoon. And he goes and does, deliveries at night at the time, right? So, or during his schedule. So he does that. This dude is going off, right? I'm guessing he thought that someone knew him and they were playing a joke on him or some shit, but that wasn't the case. So yeah, I he's like, all right, sure, he's telling him his side. He didn't know what the fuck was going on. He didn't know the guy. He don't know what was going on. He just knew that this person was. He didn't recognize that it was the same truck. The police realized it was the same truck. They told him, hey, he cut him off, and he trespassed the apartment complex because if you don't live there, you should not be going in there, and and made a big deal. And they said that he had someone in the back seat of the car. They dragged him, got him home, whatever, and they called the police and had his license plate number and called the police and said that they assaulted him. But honestly, he did it in self-defense because he has a dash cam. The only reason that this saved him, he had a dash cam. He had a dash cam on his truck, so he was like, here, let me run the SIM card and then get this going, and then I got you, right? So he's like totally freaked out about the situation. He calls me. He's like, "Hey, like what you told me just happened." And I was like, "No shot. Like you alright? Whatever." And he tells me, and this is how I got the story. But it's like I don't know what's going on. I want these crazy people. I do want to have a talk with a crazy person to tell me what the fuck's going on because these people just it's not. I thought it was just Texas, really, and Texas people are fucking crazy. I thought it was just Texas. I thought it was just California. California, they have some crazy ass people too, but no, it's the world. The entire world is going fucking crazy, and these fucking lunatics that are running around doing shit. I want to know what the fuck's going on. Like really, like, and I made a joke about it to my mom, and I was like, hey, like, everybody's trying to do this Ragnarok and, end of the world type thing. What if the end of the world was coming, but we didn't know it yet, right? I was making that joke, but it actually is becoming real. Like, everybody's trying to do Ragnarok and shit. What if that was actually happening? Like, is that actually going on? Like, is the world about to end? And it seems like it seems like people who are, I don't know. It seems like people who are the smart people or something, or has some type of common sense or something, they're gonna get banished or some shit. I don't know. And these people are about to go to fucking war. But I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Sorry about this week. As you can hear, I'm clearing up. I'm not sick too much. Um, I meant to put out a video Wednesday and do a double upload today, but that didn't really go as planned. So I'm gonna do my double upload. I will have my Friday from last week and Friday as you're watching this video today go up today. I have both videos for today. I will have a video for Monday. I'll have a video for Wednesday. Um, I think the video for Monday will be over Saints Row. Um, it's gonna be pretty long, so if you want a long video, if you want to, see my reaction and everything, or hear my reaction really, um, get ready for that. Probably, yeah, for Monday. Wednesday, I think I have something for for Metro Exodus. Yes, I continue playing that game. Um, I actually continued it. Someone said to continue the game, and I did. So, not someone on the video, but someone close to me said, "Hey, keep playing the game. You'll like it, or you'll probably hate it, but keep playing the game until the end." So that's what they told me. So I have something for y'all. I don't know if I do want to put Metro first on Monday and then do Saints Row, or uh, one or the other. And I also have Foreclosed for Mondays and Wednesdays as well. I still have that game on my PS5. I just have to play it. I haven't played it after that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. And again, I'm sorry this week I was very tired. Um, I'm still a little drowsy, a little sick, but I'm coming back into it. I'm just, man, just tired, man. Just tired. And after the week I just had, man, I'm really tired. So if you enjoyed this video, hit the like, subscribe. It's been your boy Teddy, and yeah, hopefully you stay safe out there. I don't want anything to happen to y'all. All right, peace.